Hey, meteorologist Jamey Singleton here in the Cable 12 control room. We're using the chroma key feature of our webcast here. It's pretty cool, actually. Kind of like what we do at the wall, but we're just sitting in a room. So if you see this thing behind me move, we're just kind of playing around. But we're talking about more winter weather coming up toward the end of the week. You've been hearing a lot on social media already. That's how social media is. I think we just have to accept that. But a little bit of a taste of some snow over the weekend, and now our attention is going to turn toward Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the potential for a big system. And normally I would not be talking about this far in advance, but you have a right to know the potentials here, and the potentials are for something big to impact travel all up and down the mid-Atlantic into the northeast, southern part of the northeast more than likely. It's going to be kind of centered near our area, it looks like, based on the modeling that we're looking at now. So start you out, and you're looking at the Arctic air that's in place today, but let's go ahead and go on out here and see what's going on way out in the Pacific. And we're going to look at 500 millibar height. Let me get the absolute vorticity. This is our energy going on here, and we've got the disturbance there in the Pacific already. This will be scooting on in. I believe this is the one we're going to watch here. It's very strong. There's a lot of energy to work with. Yes, that's it, as we go into this forecast period. So that's what you need to know. Whatever happens, there's a lot of energy. There will be a lot of moisture probably. So you know, where it does snow with this, there's going to be a lot of it because the low is going to close off. You can see that's the actual short wave. It's the short wave before it closes off. Let me go in now to the southeast, and we'll wait on this thing to get on in here. We are looking at Thursday, going into Thursday here, and the Friday. You can see that energy just digs. Like I say, this is the GFS model. I'll show you some of the European here in a second, but even the GFS is coming around to the European, and so far this winter the European is doing great, and it's been, I think, 3 or 4 runs in a row now calling for a big snow over the area. Not a little one, a big one. A really big one, in fact. And now the GFS is kind of looking at that. Anytime you get an upper low, and there you go, it closes off here. This is on the 22nd at 1, I believe that's Friday at 1, and kind of moves just, you want it to go just south if you want a lot of snow of us, and it does on this latest model run do that. So there's a lot of energy, a lot of moisture will be brought up. Surface low off to the east. If I put that on, there it is, strengthens going into the weekend, late Friday, early Saturday. You see, we almost have like a Miller B, which is when your low goes west and then redevelops off to the east. I don't know if that will matter all that much, but there could be the potential for you know, some mixed rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain in the south side locations east of the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm a little bit worried about that, but right now I-81 corridor from NRV up in the Roanoke Shenandoah Valley may get nailed by this pretty hard. So as we go through time, you can see that surface low strengthening, and that's going to mean a lot of wind. Anytime you get a northeast wind with the upper level energy still back here, that's a good recipe for snow. I will just go ahead and show you some of the other parameters here. Here's our surface wind gusts over 35 miles an hour. Could that happen while it's snowing hard? Could that bring up the B word here? It could. And not the bad word, the weather term. I don't want to say it yet, but it's certainly possible. So I mean, this may go from something that, you know, a lot of folks hoping for a big snow. This may go from something that we kind of hope for if we want to see a lot of snow to something that is so big that we're like, oh, this is not a good thing. Actually, this could be kind of you know, this may shut some places down. If I want to emphasize, it could change, but that's what we're looking at. You know, snow depth, this is not the total, it's just the depth going into Friday, really Thursday night into Friday off the GFS, and yeah, it's pretty impressive here. I mean, you're talking amounts that would, you know, tops or get to some of our bigger systems. I'm not going to give exact amounts, but you can see, can't quite see the legend. But you get up to on this map, you're getting into some of our bigger storms. And again, this is going into Friday. It really starts accumulating, if the model is correct, Thursday evening, Thursday night. But again, a little bit worried. You can see the effect of that warm air coming in. So, south side, Danville, Martinsville, especially south and east, actually where you had the most snow of this last system, you're still going to get a lot of wintry precip. And that's the point too. We're going to see a lot either way we go. In terms of wintry precip, I think either sleet or freezing rain, maybe more sleet. Danville, south of Lynchburg, but Lynchburg to Franklin County points north and west right now, looking pretty good for a very impactful snow here. Something that, again, we might remember if these models are coming around. But let me show you a little bit more of what's going on. This is the European, very similar, but you can see the moisture shield right there in the darker blues and purples there off of Weather Bell. By the way, thank you, Weather Bell. We have to get that in there. You can use their images some, but it's a great site. I suggest if you're into weather, you subscribe and get their model data. But that is, I think, late Friday going into early Saturday. Probably Friday night. It looks like when the upper low starts to move just south of the area. Now, I'm a little bit worried about that brown there getting sucked into South Carolina. When these storms get so big, they can draw in a dry slot. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. But with that upper low staying to our south, we might be in the comma head, where we call that the deformation zone, where we start to see a lot of lift and just explosive snowfall rates. So that looks pretty good right now, but keep an eye on the dry slot. With each model run, if it shifts a little bit, we could be in the dry slot, and that may cut us off at times. The February 2014 storm, I believe we're dry slotted between the surface system, the warm advection ahead of the system, the surface system, and then we had a bit of a break, and then the next day we had the upper level system, so we had our snowfall in two different pieces. But that could happen again with this one as the upper low moves in. Saturday would be the second half of that system, which would give us about a lot of more snow on that day too. So a prolonged event, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday. All right, and then I'm also again just kind of watching the. This is off the Euro, the 0Z. The 12Z will be coming out as you're watching this, and I'll post some information there if it changes. But where you see the 0 degree line, which is where the that dark purple starts against that white there, the lighter blues, that safely covers most of our area in snow. This is Friday afternoon at 18Z, which is 1 or 2 p.m., 1 p.m. And if that shifts, though, it's my only concern. If that shifts a little bit farther north, that would bring in maybe more of the dry slot, bring in more sleet. That would cut down on the accumulations almost to nothing, other than the sleet and some minor snowfall. So, I'll be updating you. You see the Cable 12 website there. You see the Twitter handle and the Facebook page. I'll be updating you on that as well as we get a little bit closer, and we'll be doing more of this as well. So, some live chatting hopefully coming up soon on this, but I wanted to go ahead and put it out there that everything could change, but this right now, if everything stays the way it is, and it looks pretty good right now, this is looking pretty big. In fact, it's looking very big right now. I'll just go ahead and be honest with you, but again, it's subject to change, so just keep it here for the latest. But those are my two thoughts. Watch the dry slot, watch that 850 line, sleet and snow. That makes a big difference. But either way, what we're certain of, it'll be a powerful system. Pretty confident on that. And there should be a lot of moisture for somebody, if not here. A little bit northern parts of our area, I'm more confident on. Southern parts of our area, not quite as confident on. But it still right now looks good for just about everybody if you like a lot of snow. All right, that's the latest. Thank you for watching, and we'll be up.